Hi guys, this is Miss Salaam coming to you from my kitchen. As you all know, due to the coronavirus, we are not able to have programming right now. But that's not going to stop me from still trying to provide cooking club for you. So let's get started. Today, we're going to be making a healthy smoothie. I have a list of ingredients that I am about to share with you. You can take a moment to write the ingredients down, or you can go back later. These ingredients could be purchased at your local food market. The list of ingredients, the measurements, I didn't put any measurements next to the ingredients because I feel like the measurements or the amount of ingredients are based on how much you want to use. The quantity is based on how much you want to use. If you're making the smoothies for your family, you might want to use more. If you're making the smoothie for yourself, you might want to use less. So it's just me, so I'm going to use less ingredients to save on food and so that we don't waste the ingredients. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is chop up some kiwis. We all know the first thing that I like to do, if you all know me, is wash our hands. I already washed my hands, but that's the first thing you would do when you're in the kitchen to keep down on the spread of cross-contamination is to wash your hands. So I'm going to keep a little bag right here for my trash. Right here we have one kiwi. A lot of people like to just eat kiwis with the skin on them. You actually can eat a kiwi with the skin on it, but when I'm making a smoothie, I don't like the skin on my kiwi because it gives it like a funny taste. So I'm going to take the skin off using a knife. Being very careful because you don't want to spend most of the time trying to cut the skin away and then you cut all of your kiwi away. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. Also, when you're making a smoothie, you can put any types of fruit you want. I kind of just used the fruits that I already had at home, which were a different assortment of berries. I had a bag of a bag of frozen mixed berries in the freezer. So I wanted to use those because I had them in the freezer for a little while, so I figured what better way to use them in order to get rid of them. So we're going to use that today. Also, I have a banana. I love bananas, but I only have a little piece right here because I'm only making this smoothie for me, so I don't need to use a whole one. Now here we have our kiwi that's all the way cut up. All the way peeled around. And then we want to take and just cut it up in pieces so that when we put it in our blender, it's easier to blend. And I'm going to be using the NutriBullet, which is a smaller version of a blender. So I want to make sure that I cut up my fruits a little better, a little finer than I would if I was using a blender, because it takes a little more power to blend up when I use the NutriBullet versus when I use a blender. So I'm going to take and cut up my kiwi just a little more finer. Then I'm going to put that to the side. Next thing I'm going to do is cut up a banana. Like I said, normally you can use a whole banana, but since it's only me and I'm not making a lot, I just use like a little portion of a banana. And I'm going to cut that up into pieces. But when you're making a smoothie, you can use any types of fruits and vegetables you want. You can mix vegetables and fruits together. I'm actually going to do that today because I have some Swiss. No, I don't have Swiss chard here. I like to use romaine lettuce in my smoothies. People think I'm weird for doing that, but I do like to use romaine lettuce. But you can use any. I also like to use spinach. So normally I would use spinach, but I ran out of spinach. So today I'm not going to use spinach because I don't have any. But you can use any types of fruits and vegetables you would like to use. So now we're going to start assembling our vegetables and our fruits in our beaker here, so that we are about to start with making our smoothie. Now, this is Greek yogurt, and I also added a little bit of water to it because I don't really like yogurt, but so I try to add water to it so it doesn't give it that thick taste. So I'm going to add my yogurt. Then I'm going to add my kiwi. Now my banana. Now, we have our berries. Normally, we would add ice, but since my berries are frozen, I feel like I don't need to add ice because you're going to get the ice consistency from the frozen berries. So you can add as many berries as you would like. Now, these mixed berries have strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries in them. So I'm adding as many berries as I would like. Now, I'm going to put my top on it. Because since I've already added some of my fruits, I want to get them blended up a little bit before I add my vegetable to it. So I'm going to close that up. Now, this is a NutriBullet. The NutriBullet is similar to a blender. You can use the NutriBullet as a smaller version of a blender, and it's sort of like something that you can use when you're on the go. You can use it at work. You can't really use it at school because kids aren't allowed to use them at schools, but teachers may use them. But it's just a smaller version of a blender, and it does the same job that a blender does. So I'm going to put this on, and all you do is push down and you turn, and it's going to blend. Now, as far as I can see, it looks like everything blended very well. Yep. So now, what I want to do is, I want to add my romaine lettuce. Because as I said before, I like romaine lettuce. I like spinach a little bit more, but I don't have any spinach right now. And that's fine. You can add whatever types of vegetables you want to add. You can add kale, carrots, Swiss chard. You can add, how do you call it? Ginger. People add ginger. People add carrots. You can add any types of vegetables you want to add. So I'm adding this lettuce to it. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the berries in it. One other thing I'm going to add, just to give it a little bit of sweetness, is the honey. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we have some honey. The honey is a little bit better than sugar. If you want to add any sweetness to it, the honey is better than sugar. And you only need a little bit. Then you want to put your cap back on. And you want to make sure it's nice and tight because you don't want any of your smoothie to start seeping out from the sides. And you want to start your blending again. Now you want to stir it up. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Mine is still a little bit lumpy. I think it was from my last fruits that I added. So I'm going to put the top on. And I'm going to blend it just a little bit more. Until we're looking for a smooth consistency. A smooth consistency means we want to make sure that all of the ingredients, like the berries and all the fruits and stuff, are mixed up well. Because we don't want to be drinking a smoothie. It's called a smoothie, so it's supposed to be smooth. We don't want to be drinking a smoothie and it's chunky and stuff in our mouth. That's going to be kind of weird. So we want to make sure everything is well blended. So let's try it again. let's try it again and see if everything is blended. It looks like everything is blended, but looks can be deceiving. Yes, everything is well blended. So what you can do is you can take your mason jar. I have a mason jar here. This is the same jar that I had our yogurt in. And we can pour it in our cup, in our mason jar. And that white stuff, all that is residue from the yogurt. And it's perfectly fine. But what I can do is I can get a straw. And voila. So you can taste it. It's good. See how you like it? It's really, really good. I like it. And this smoothie is something that you can make with your family. Something that you guys can take turns making. Everybody has their own types of fruits that they like, their own types of vegetables that they like. So everybody in your family, maybe you can take turns making a certain smoothie that you like. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, thank you. Bye-bye.